Well, hey there, Rock on Beer viewers. Welcome to Happy Homebrew Thursday. Is it Thursday today? Yeah, it's Thursday. Can't even get the Homebrew Wednesday out on time. Um, yeah, I haven't been doing a lot of videos, and there's actually a reason for that. Uh, it's tough to do homebrew videos when you're not homebrewing. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm gonna do this video just as kind of an update. Um, just because I was coming out to the brew house to take a look at something, I thought, oh, I got a beer with me. I might as well yeah, make a video. And what a beer do I? I don't have any homebrew, and we'll get to the reason here in a minute. But I a beer shop in the city, in the Odense. They got a bunch of Michigan beer in. Pretty cool, actually. So I was actually able to walk into a store in the city and take a cold Michigan beer. Well, I bought basically not all of them because I bought all the hoppy ones. And one of the imperial stouts. A lot of it was imperial stouts and stuff. So I didn't buy. But so this is from a brewery called Transient Artisan Ales, and they've actually been a brewery that I really wanted to visit next time I'm in Michigan. They make like really small batch stuff. I think they're over in Grand Rapids now. I think they just moved. I think they were somewhere on the outskirts of Grand Rapids area, and now they're actually in Grand Rapids. And they make a lot of mixed fermentation beer, and then I guess they've started making just like normal beer. So this is called Rememberable. So I hope it's rememberable. Double dry hop, double India Pale Ale. I think I bought four hoppy beers from them, and three of them were double dry hop, double IPAs, and one was was it a pale ale? I think it was a pale ale. I actually had the pale ale the other night. I had it on 4th of July. Yeah, that's right. I had it on 4th of July, and it was really good. Like really, and I mean, this stuff isn't that super fresh either. I can't find the date on them, but yeah. So this is a brewery that I've been keeping an eye on in Michigan. I really wanted to try some of their stuff. A couple of their mixed fermentation beers came over here at one point, but they were heckin' expensive, and I didn't like the web shop that they came out on, so I didn't order them. But yeah, now I mean, I can just bust up on the turn it around. Got this weird ass glass that pours too much head, so now I gotta. All right. Well, while I'm waiting for it smells nice. Yeah. Why? Yeah? My freezer broke. My Keezer is dead. That's basically the biggest reason. It's funny too because it broke exactly 2 weeks after I finally got the bar top put on it to extend the bar out. So I spent like an afternoon measuring and cutting and like leveling this bar top on top of this freezer, and then 2 weeks later the thing died. So that is the reason that I haven't been brewing any beer because I don't have anywhere to serve it from. I've got a small amount of a single a smash beer left in my fermentation fridge, and that's in the Firmzilla, and I've been kind of just drinking a bit on that. It's not as carved as I would like it to be, but I don't have anything. I don't have anywhere to serve it. I still have my old my old freezer. What's the kegerator? That's the one. Keezer and kegerator. I still have my old kegerator, but it's been inside the house, and it's kind of gotten co-opted into part of the house refrigerating. So I've been slowly trying to move all that stuff out of there and like drink the sodas and the beers that were in there and the move the kind of overflow stuff into the other fridge and try and empty that out so I can get it into service. But yeah, it's not great. And the beer that comes out of, I mean, the Keezer is shot because I just pulled this and it's piss warm. The temp probe, the temp is set to 5 degrees and it is 20.8 degrees right now. And I've got the thing, I don't even have the thing plugged into the Inkbird for temperature control. I have it actually plugged in directly, so this thing should be going down to freezing. I've had that plugged in for, I thought maybe it might be, I had like a light bulb moment, and I thought, oh shit, maybe it's the Inkbird that's shorted out. So a couple hours ago, I came and plugged it in. Just straight, and it hasn't dropped a single degree. So yeah, and I've checked it with multiple temp probes, and obviously I can tell that it's not freaking cold in there. And then yeah, obviously the beer's piss warm too. So it's shot. I guess, I mean, from a former life as a gentleman who delivers ice cubes, I would guess that it's the compressor's shot. It'll run, but it won't cool. It runs, you can hear it running, but it won't cool. So probably the compressor shot, or one of the lines corroded and all the coolant escaped. Basically, it's dead. I mean, freezers, you don't fix freezers. So it's it's not something I'm gonna mess around with. I took the hatch off. I looked at the compressor. It looks like a compressor. I'm not gonna mess around with it. I could fly my dad over. My dad is a certified coolant technician something. He has a certification, and so I could fly my dad. Well, no, actually I can't. He can't come in the country because even though he's vaccinated, doesn't have. Yeah, there's still that whole thing going on too. So I can't even fly my dad over to help me look at it. Also, it would cost like 3 freezers worth to fly him over. Let's get some rememberable. Let's do some rememberable. I'm gonna pour some out into the glass for the homies that aren't with us no more, for the freezer. I'm not gonna pour any of this. This stuff's gold, man. Stuff from the homeland. That's a nice beer. This one's probably a little bit long in the tooth. The pale ale was really nice, probably because it was pale ale. So it wasn't meant to be like, I mean, it was a hoppy pale ale, but it wasn't meant to be a like bomb. I'm guessing this one was meant to be a hot bomb, and it is. It's got that kind of old hop taste to it. A little bit of that grassiness from that old hop taste, but it's good. It probably was more rememberable back in the day, but it's still really cool. This must be from the Transient Artisan Ales, Bridgman, Michigan. Bridgman, yeah, that's up by GR. Yeah, but I think they moved, so I don't know if this is from before they moved, or just they're running out labels. But yeah, Transient Artisan Ales, that's cool stuff. I wish I could have gotten a hold of some of their sour beers, but hey, next time I'm in Michigan, I'll get hold of some of those. For now, I got a couple more of their hoppy beers. I should drink them pretty quick, I guess, judging by this one. Anyway, yeah. So back to the freezer. I mean, yeah, it's total. I'm not gonna mess around with it. So now I'm kind of. I mean, this freezer is also super old. My wife's cousin gave it to me. I don't know. He had it sitting in his garage for who knows how long. So it's been in garages for 10, 20 years. I mean, it's so old It actually says made in Denmark on it. I don't think there's a lot of freezers being made in Denmark anymore. I don't even recognize the brand of it. So it's real old. I'm actually it worked like a champ for, I mean, what, it's been in here over 3 years now. So I mean, it was a champ. A lot of good beer served out of this baby. So thanks. It was yeah, but it's dead. Um, I might repurpose it into some kind of like I might just get rid of it. I was thinking about making it like a firm chamber for McFikes, because I mean basically all I brew anymore with is Kvike and lager, and I got the fridge I can do the lagers in, and if I could just do a dedicated like heated firm chamber with the Keezer or the freezer. I'd remove the collar and just make it a freezer again. Just that insulation. I might do that. Like even just temporarily, because it's a pain in the ass to get rid of these things. So I might just put it outside here and wire it to some heaters. That could be an idea. Anyway, who cares what I'm going to do with the old one? I need a new one, because I already have 3 beers in the damn thing that I can't really do much with. As I just showed you, piss warm. It's awful. Foams like a mother. You know how warm beer works. All of you have dealt with the warmth before. So I'm kind of stuck right now. I'm thinking about buying a brand new one, and this is where give me some advice from you guys out there who know your stuff. Um, I'm thinking about buying just a brand spanking new one. We got a giant standing freezer in the house. We don't need, like, if we buy a freezer, it's just going to be to turn into a Keezer. So my first instinct is just I'm going to buy a brand new one. Thing's going to have a honking warranty on it. Guaranteed to work. Relatively long term, I guess. At least as long, and if the warranty goes out, then I don't know. Or I could buy a used one, and I mean, you can buy used ones that they're stacked a million high in the used advertisements, the Danish Craigslist, and on Facebook, there's just a million used freezers, and I mean they're pretty cheap. They're about a third of the cost of a brand new one. Most of the used ones, but I don't know. I just don't know what to do, because a used one I'm gonna have to go and pick up myself, which it's not that bad. I got a trailer. I got a big car. Um, I could do it, but I mean, I've moved freezers and fridges and shit a lot of times in my life. I just don't want to. I just don't want to. Just I don't want to go to some person's house and God only knows where they have it. Could be down like 16 flights of stairs, and I don't want to have to deal with going to somebody's house, and that's my main reason about not getting the used one. Because a brand new one, I can get them to deliver it, right? Because I'm paying brand new for it, and I can just order it online and get them to deliver it right here to the driveway, and then I just got to wheel it in on my dolly. I just got to wheel it, into the brew house, that's easy enough. Um, so that's kind of what I'm thinking with the new one. And I asked somebody else, and they were like, oh, the old ones last longer. The new ones actually don't last as long as the old ones do. And it's like, oh, yeah, that's probably true. Everything's made to be thrown away now. But I figure that if I buy a brand new one, it's got to last, what, 10 years at least. I mean, also, I don't know, what do you, is it, does it put more or less wear and tear on them to be on a temperature switch? Uh, so it's not actually freezing and running all the time. It only runs enough to get it down to whatever you got it set at. So I don't actually know if that puts more or less wear and tear on a freezer. Probably more. But anyway, so yeah, I'm heavily leaning towards buying a brand new one unless somebody gives me a good reason not to. Yeah, so I'm looking at them. Of course, they're all different sizes. I'm trying to find one as close to this as possible because I want to reuse the support structure that I got on it for the bar top, with minimal, having to do minimal wackiness. I'm already gonna have to involve an angle grinder because some of it is bracketed on there with metal, which is great. Oh, I just realized that looking over at it. I'm gonna have to cut through that with the grinder. Sweet. Yeah, that's a real pain in the ass. This was a more or less a permanent installation. I'm really glad that it burned out. I'm glad that it burned out before my next project was going to be cladding the whole thing in basically a frame, a wood frame, and then cladding over that wood frame with either like pallet wood or probably more likely laminate flooring, and cladding the whole thing out. So I'm glad that I didn't do that and then it burned out, and that would have pissed me off. But that's also the reason I want to get one that's going to last, because I'm going to put all that work into it. Want it, want it to be like that. Still just a nice beer. It's not super fresh, but still it's refreshing. It's nice. All right, so that's the reason I haven't been brewing any new beers, because I don't know. I want to pull the trigger before this weekend because I want to get the thing delivered next week, and I want to make the collar and everything, because of course I can't reuse the collar, because they don't make them in this exact dimensions anymore. There's not a single one I can't find unless I sift through all the used ones and try and find, but I'm not going to do that. The exact dimensions. So I'm not going to be able to reuse the collar, so I'm going to need to build a brand new collar for it. So yeah, I want to get it for at least by next weekend, so that can work on that. But even just to get it running and get it in here so that I can get those beers back down to a servable temperature, so I can start drinking on those again, and then maybe brew some more. So yeah, but that's why I've been on hiatus. That's why I've been kind of that coupled with work, been busy, and a bunch of other projects. We're doing a lot of landscaping on the weekends and stuff. So I haven't done an effort Friday because I haven't wanted to get shit faced and be hungover on Saturday, so that I basically I either can't accomplish anything, or accomplishing anything will be a bitch. So I haven't done I'm gonna try and maybe do one this Friday. But yeah, that's the reason I've been kind of silent. Just I had a hiccup in the hardware, basically. But yeah, do let me know your opinions on new versus old Keezers, whether I should get a new or an old one, and if I should be looking out for any features on a new one that you think is bitching for a Keezer build. And yeah, I'll see you. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow on Friday. I got some more Michigan beers. Well, maybe we'll just sit and drink Michigan beer for like a couple hours. That'd be nice. I'll go live and we'll just sit and drink Michigan beer and bitch about freezers. All right, guys. Cheers. 20 minutes. That's crazy. If you made it to here, that's thanks. And we'll see you next time. Bye.